That's
Oh,
why
Mayor,
it's
don't
blurry.
even start laughing. Don't even start laughing. You haven't been here long enough.
Whoa, he's grumpy today.
No, we always want Mayor to come back on, and he's just like, I'm just gonna go ghost. I'm not gonna talk to anybody.
Listen.
What, we're listening? You're not saying anything.
Waiting.
No, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. That's fucking too early. Hey, everybody, welcome to Keys to the Jet. I'm Red. And Rhino, you really shouldn't talk about Asian people like that.
Yeah, that's not very PC.
Or midgets. Midgets, those are my people.
Yeah, you really should talk about midgets. He was having a conversation before we start recording. He's an asshole. He's an asshole.
I was only talking about the Asian American Federal Employment System, or also known as AFES.
Yes.
Oh shit!
We need to make.
That's not for me. That's not for me. That's for another episode.
We need a
yeah,
meme.
we definitely need a
But
meme.
how
We
true
also
is
need a
that?
T-shirt.
Yeah.
Good
Just
shit.
wear it.
How's it going,
Wear it
partner?
to the BX.
I'll wear
Get
it.
a
I'll wear it to the
t-shirt.
commissary because
Yeah, there you go.
they're more violent in the commissary than they are the BX.
They'll kick you out before you even get through the door.
Like, you know, pay for bag.
Yeah, it's like two different. They're like, oh, the they put in the BX and the shopettes, and then the commissary. They're like, we're gonna put they're cutthroat.
Mm.
Yeah.
You kind of
Hey,
look like
welcome-
you're on that ghost ship from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Who?
Rhino.
Who are you talking about?
Rhino is the way he looks different on his thing today. Never mind, partner. Carry on.
Yeah, cool. So who do we have on the episode today? I mean, I introduced myself. I mean, they know me. So go ahead.
Rhino.
Oh,
Rhino.
Rhino. What?
Did you get the mayor?
I'm not Rhino. Wow.
Mayor said mayor.
This is-
So little Mikey, Blackbeard. Jesus, come on, guys.
I'm little Mikey. I say so.
Come on, keep this flowing.
Yeah.
Is Fab here?
Fab. What the fuck is Fab?
Oh, yeah, where is that guy? No,
He's at
I'll tell you,
Scotty's.
he's not in the Old West.
Yeah, he's not there. He's not in Tombstone.
oh yeah, we are traveling back to the 1900s today with two of our guests. We've got long time listener, first time caller, Mayor. He's on, and then long time listener, first time caller, Dave. Or you want to be called Dave, David? What do you
Either
want?
one, whatever.
Did you have a nickname while you were in?
Yeah, I did.
Well,
Yeah.
what was it?
Wooly.
Ooh,
Wooly.
that's a good one.
Okay. Yeah. What's the story behind it?
Well, other than my head, I'm a little hairy, and my guys in my when I was deployed, my KC-10 crew were all staying in the same room, and I take my shirt off, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, you're like a silverback."
Perfect.
So that was it. That was it.
You're like this guy?
There we go.
Is that you?
That was it right there. I did that same face right back with him. You got it.
That's good.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Hell yeah. That's cool, man. Welcome to the show. Thank you guys for coming on, Wooly.
What is your background, Wooly? Like, what did you do?
So I started out, I was a B-52 crew chief back at Castle back in the 1900s.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
That was a way long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah, they
Ford
would,
was president.
You're making a mayor look so young.
Right?
yeah. And then after that, I cross-trained and I was a flight engineer the rest of the time.
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Good job getting out. Cross training. Woo!
Yeah, right. Exactly. Well, it was kind of a story though, because when I joined, my recruiter told me, hey, because I said I wanted to be a flight engineer. So he's like, okay, well, yeah, you can just go down there. Once you get to basic, you have to take a written test, and then they can sign you up for a flight engineer. So you know how it goes. You're in for about 5 days at that point. Your head shaved, you're in a uniform, and you go down and you talk to the guy about your job placement and your dream sheet fill out, right? So I'm like, hey, where do I take this flight engineer test? He goes, flight engineer? Let me look it up. So he looks it up and he goes, well, all right, to be a flight engineer, you have to be a private pilot or an
What?
A&P mechanic, or no, I'm sorry, a commercial pilot, or an A&P mechanic, or have your flight engineer license. And I said, sir, with all due respect, if I had any one of those, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. And he kind of laughed and he goes, well, you're not taking a flight engineer test today. So, and he looked on my paperwork and he's like, well, your recruiter did say that. So you could leave. And I was like, man, I'm already here. You know, I'm 5 days into this, my head shaved, got this cool outfit on. I mean, I might as well stay now.
Were you at Lackland?
Yeah, at Lackland. And he's like, all right, what do you want to do? He goes, I can give you B-52s in California. How's that sound as a mechanic? And I said, sounds great. And he said, after 3 years, then he can cross train. So that's what happened.
That's cool, man. In the
So it worked
1900s, did you have the greenies? Was that your uniform back then, or did you have BDUs?
No, it was BDUs. Yeah, it was BDUs. Yep.
Rhino wouldn't know anything about BDUs.
Nope.
He's always been an ABU baby.
Ah,
Damn.
Yeah.
He just turned 16.
He's the youngin. That's cool, man.
I would say something else that's not appropriate on camera or in front of other people. Just so you read.
Why?
Because
Why? What does that mean?
They don't let him talk very much in JROTC.
hey, I just got promoted, okay? High school wing commander.
They gave me a rope.
I got promoted by Mayor when he knew General Shepard before Shepard Air Force Base was created.
That's right.
So were you just here here at Edwards, or you had to be all over the fucking place, right? How long were you in total?
28 years. But what was great about it is I never left California.
Wow.
What?
Yeah. So Castle was in Merced, and then my first flight engineer job was 141s up at Travis, and did that for a few years. Then I went down and did flight tests at Edwards on the Araya airplanes and Big Pro. It was the Snoopy Nose 707s.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. On the rivet, are they rivet joints?
No, that's not a 135. These are they were American Airlines 707s that they bought in the 80s.
Oh, okay.
And they converted them. And then I got out of active duty down there and I went to the reserves down at March, back on the 141.
Mm-hmm.
And then back up to Travis on the KC-10 on my last 14 years.
Being a heavy guy, right? I mean,
Yep.
in real life as well. But
yeah.
So I was on.
I don't just work on them. I am one.
I'm fucking wide body from one of our episodes. I'm fucking wide body, just like my fucking airplane.
Yeah. But I was C-130s for my
boys.
Oh yeah, the Herky.
Yeah.
Nice.
Don't listen to them. I mean, this
Rhino's getting frustrated.
This is never their show. So. But since you were in flight tests and stuff like that, can you tell your experience with heavies? Like, what was your what did you think? Right. So these guys are all fighter guys because they're losers. They couldn't cut it in the heavy world. So, what was some of your best times working on heavies?
Oh man, I mean, just working on them down at Castle was a blast. I mean, working on a B-52, our airplanes were built in the 50s, they were 58, 59 G models. And what a blast working on those old airplanes. It was so cool, especially going out on a Friday night and the engine run-up spots were down by the dorms, and you just blast everybody to ears out, on Friday night. They're like, what the hell are you guys doing? We're partying and we're running engines. So it was a really, really good time. Yeah.
Allegedly.
It was probably
that was kind of the cool part too, at Little Rock, where if you're in base housing, they always saved all the high power runs for mid shift.
Yep.
And it's quiet out there and it's just surrounded by trees, so it's like an echoing just bowl. So the whole time driving, you just sitting there in base housing, all you hear is just props all night, just
right
full throttle all the way to the back. I mean, just constant all night.
Turn it on 4 shop vacs. That's it.
Yeah.
Maybe some shop fans, those big industrial fans.
Yeah.
About that loud.
Yeah. I mean, the trees would start blowing, so.
That's why them C-130 crew chiefs is mad. They got all them fans and no thrust.
You can throw
Hey.
tomatoes in there and just watch them roll.
Hey, just like some general said in the desert, we're the 4 fans of freedom blowing the winds of justice, baby.
Mhm.
Yay.
Hey, Mayor,
tails.
Mayor, did you see my background there,
tails.
buddy?
I see your fucking background. Did you see me shaking my head?
Yeah, look at that.
Looks like you're moving your fat fucking head away from it.
Hey, man.
I brought you a whole bag. A whole bag.
Vote mayor.
Mayor Blackbeard should show you what he's creating. That I'll go pick up a bottle of this if I can. But we created something in honor of you that we
Oh,
can
really?
drink. That we can drink
Oh,
and
wow.
enjoy,
Yeah, the hot dog meat.
so we can all appreciate
Yeah,
how
this is
much
hot
we.
dog meat.
It's hot dog meat.
Hot dog meat.
No,
Yeah.
hot dog meat is all mine.
We'll drink it
actually good,
and
man.
we'll just share stories on how much we hate you.
I
Okay.
plan to bottle it tomorrow. Actually. Here,
Oh,
I'll
shit.
grab it.
The hot dog meat?
No, hot dog meat's already.
No,
good to go.
no,
The mayor meat.
the
So
mayor.
you need to get those hot dogs. He needs to get the hot dogs that you had at the house that you got from New York. Which ones
Yeah,
are those?
Glazers. I told
Yeah,
you,
Razors.
those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he needs to make meat out of those.
the best hot dog on the planet.
Oh yeah. Hey kid, you want your butterscotch meat?
Butterscotch
Butterscotch.
mead.
Nice. Nice.
Call it the mayor's mead. You guys.
So I got to
you
hear
kids-
this. What's with the butterscotch? What's the story behind that?
Because old people always pass out. Hey kids, you want some butterscotch? And since mayor's old, that just kind of
Since
So he's
since he's a
he's-
geriatric fuck, who's just like, and here's some. You guys want some butterscotch?
he's known as the Butterscotch Bandit on the Keith
Yeah.
Jet.
Smells
Oh,
pretty
Ass
good.
hats.
You know, if we
So it
didn't talk
smells good?
shit, we wouldn't like
Yeah.
Of course.
Smells really good.
it.
I might try some right now.
What's the other one? Where's the? I don't have the other one. What's the? Do you have it, Rhino? Do you have the
Which
other
one?
background? The other, like the 3D print. Remember the 3D print that he got sent?
Oh yeah.
I got that in my garage.
Yeah.
Has anybody asked questions
Hang
about
on.
it?
Don't mind my messy ass room.
No, a couple of folks have seen it. Like Kipples came over. He saw it. He knew exactly what it was. That was
Dude,
pretty
he-
funny.
bro, tell him he needs to come on, dude.
There it is.
This one?
Oh yeah,
He's a
move
little
your
bit
wide body. Move your wide body. There it is. There it is.
You guys want some butterscotch?
You kids want some butterscotch? So how far apart?
He
How-
hates it, but he loves it so much.
How far apart did you guys like join? Because I know you're like how you guys are both your brothers, right? Nobody on the podcast listening knows this. Mayor and Day and Wooly are brothers. How?
There was-
Okay,
Mhm.
Dude, what gave that away? What gave that away?
they're fucking twins, dude. I'm telling you, they're
I don't know,
fucking
those, like,
twins.
the glasses, the hair, you know.
When Mikey
The
got on the
beautiful
other
hair.
day, we were testing audio the other day. Mayor wasn't on yet, or he had bounced off, and Wooly was on, and Mikey was like, "Hey, what's up, man? How's it going? Long time no see." And then Wooly's like sitting there going, "I don't fucking know you, dude. Who's this guy? I don't know who this guy is. I don't know who this guy is."
Then mayor got on, and I was so confused. I was, what the hell's going
Yeah,
on?
it's like it was like that Spider-Man moment, you know, where they're like, "You, oh, yeah."
Mikey was
Yeah.
like, "How many fucking beers have I had?"
Yeah, no shit.
I'm just
I'm not
glad.
even-
I'm just glad when Mikey talks now, we can actually hear him. Because last week it was like everybody else is talking, and then Mikey's over there talking, and he's just laughing, and you're like, "What's going on in Mikey's world?" And then 20 minutes later, the audio would come through.
Yeah. Can you bring in the David the what the fuck is his name? Stephen Hawking's voice this time again? Midgets.
Oh yeah.
That shit's funny as fuck. So all right. Well, now that we know that Wooly and Mayor are brothers.
Yep. So I joined in '89,
You
I
joined
joined in '93.
'93. Okay.
89. Fucking Rick James was still like popular.
Yeah, probably
You could
was.
still,
Yeah.
you could still drink and drive back then.
When I got sent to Shepherd, I had to help build that fucker.
In 93, let's see, 93. That's when Nirvana was still around, like, right? I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or like Sinead O'Connor was popular.
Sinead. Wow.
Hootie
Yeah,
wasn't
probably
even
a little
singing
earlier,
country
yeah.
yet.
Guns N' Roses was still dropping popular music.
Hell yeah. That's cool. Okay, so you guys obviously, your brothers, where'd you grow up? What'd you guys do? Any funny stories? You picking on him? You fucking with him?
I mean, we had grew up on a farm in northern New York. It's right on the border with Quebec, and so we were always
Cool.
busy doing stuff on the farm.
Hey.
That's for sure. There's
Cool.
never a dull moment there. But I mean,
Wrangling.
Were there
I mean,
any
it- we-
mooses?
no moose. I don't think back then. Anyway, don't remember them.
No.
Just cows, freaking cows.
What?
I don't even know what-
Butterscotch,
what to say.
butterscotch.
Oh.
Stephen Hawking saying how much he loves butterscotch.
Uh,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Any so okay. So you were in 28 years.
Yep.
You retired as a chief?
No,
Master?
senior.
Senior.
Senior
Okay.
Airman. Way to go.
Yeah.
before mafia.
State of senior airman. I mean, it's probably
Exactly.
buck sergeant.
That's
This
right.
guy's my idol.
No, they got rid of Buck Sergeant just after I was E4. Yeah.
Oh.
Get rid of
Okay.
that.
Hell yeah.
Did you guys ever get to work together? That would have been badass.
No, we never did. I mean, the
I
closest-
marshaled you in one time at Nellis. You came in.
Oh, that's right. In the 141.
Yeah, you came in on 141, and I got with a buddy of mine was working for TA, so he let me marshal in the 141.
Yep, I remember that. Yeah, we were there
Yeah,
for
pretty cool.
Thunderbird support. We were picking
Yep.
up the engine in the cruise.
Oh, you were there for Thunder Chicken support. Did you
So you guys
marshal
did
him in a duct tape bikini?
No, I didn't do the duct tape bikini.
Did you guys switch places to fuck with people?
How did it? How did it feel to marshal in a real aircraft?
I've been doing that for years on the A10. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
it's a lot slower getting that big bitch in chocks, though.
Yeah, you actually
Lots
gotta
slower.
marshal. You gotta wait. You can't turn it on the line. You gotta let it go past. You gotta pivot it around. A lot harder.
I
Yep.
hated marshalling heavies. You gotta stand way out there.
Well,
Put your big
they can
foam
fucking
hands
see
on it.
you. They can see you if you're way out there, you big motherfucker.
Oh yeah, I was comical too.
They're like, "Where's the marshal? Is it that light pole or is it that guy right there?" Oh, that's Mikey. Look for that guy.
Looking in the window of the cockpit.
Right.
What are you guys doing?
Hell yeah. Take us through any funny TDY stories or stories of fucking with people, because I'm sure you guys did that just like we did it.
Oh man. Yeah, we used to like on the 141, especially when I was new, there was always shenanigans going on. And one of my ones that I did with my buddy, they used to issue us these old bifold suitcases, right? Nobody had a rollerboard or whatever. It's too early in the century for that. But
Hold you out of my butterscotches, damn it.
I forget what they were called. They even had a
My
military
satchel.
name, but anyway, we'd open them up slightly, and then the bunks had pillows, and they were feather, down-filled pillows, and you'd carefully slice that thing open and fill the guy's suitcase with feathers. And I forget where we were, but I did it because there was 2 flight engineers on the airplane. And man, you open that thing up, and he yells and calls me, and I go over to his room, and there's still feathers in the air because you just laid on your bed and you flop it open, and it just goes boom.
Hell yeah.
But
Feathers.
yeah, just messing with people all the time. I mean, not as much as the old bread truck shenanigans, that's for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
hear them. Let's hear them.
That was just everybody's education right there, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, it was.
The horse-drawn bread trucks.
It's pulled.
I mean, the shenanigans never changed, even though it was horse and cart, back in the 1900s, but still.
It was the bread buggy.
You're on your way to a red ball, but you got to change the tire on the way on the trail.
Hold on, the horse threw a shoe.
You get distemper.
Oh no,
Oh,
your
no.
expeditor got dysentery.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So okay, so growing up on a farm,
Yep.
Mayor's your little brother.
Yep. Youngest brother.
Youngest brother. Youngest. Okay.
Yep.
So
Yep. He was the youngest.
you have any stories
So-
of fucking with him when he was younger?
I got one story. We always just wrestled around, you know what I mean? We had this huge barn, and so there was a conveyor that went across the top of the barn, and the barn had several different sections that you could drop hay into. And there was probably 50 feet in the air.
Yeah.
And so, when springtime comes, well, that bay is empty, right? You've fed all that hay out, and all that's left is just loose hay. And so we'd rake it all up and put it in a pile, and then we climb up on that conveyor and shimmy across hand over hand, and then just drop into the hay. And it was awesome, right? Well, the conveyor has gates on it, and they're just ropes, and you can swing the gate open, and then the bale hits it and it drops in different bays. So Brent shimmies across and drops and gets his neck wrapped up in this rope.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And
That's why he's got a big head.
he is, and you can hear it go, it wraps around and he's going, whee! You can hear it like slowing down, Fortunately, he made it to the bottom. But he had this welt all the way around, and like, we're trying to hide this from our parents, right? Oh, don't tell mom and dad.
Wear a turtleneck. Put a turtleneck on. Quick. The winter's over, son. You can take that turtleneck off.
Oh man. Yeah, that was a bad one.
It's not a turtleneck, it's a dickie. I just had the dickie on.
Mayor.
Do you guys not know what a dickie is?
No.
You're a diggy.
It's the fake turtleneck where it's just like the turtleneck, but it's just like right here, so you can wear a shirt so it looks like you're wearing a turtleneck, but you're not.
Oh, kind of like Cousin Eddie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a dickie.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so you've been out. How long? When did you retire? What year?
16.
16. What have you been
Yep.
doing since then?
Well, I've been flying for a couple airlines. That's why the reason I got out, because I couldn't, I was too old to be a pilot in the Air Force. So I was like, well, I want to fly. So I got out.
Hell yeah.
So-
Okay. So you're flying. Who are you flying for, or who have you flown for? And can you take us through the whole process story of wanting and getting your pilot's license, and then take us through the whole thing.
Yeah,
the whole thing.
sure. So when I was at Castle, I was a B-52 guy, and then I started taking lessons at a local airport, just off base. There was a local airport there, and I got my private license there.
How long did it take?
Oh gosh, working full time, and I had to deliver pizza for Domino's to pay for it because he didn't make enough money to pay for flight lessons. So
Only
So
got
did
paid
that.
3 shekels a week.
Hell, they're doubloons, damn it.
just living in the dorms, I think our base pay at the time was like $400,
Damn.
Is
Yeah.
delivering pizza as exciting as porn makes it out to be?
Yeah, how many
Yeah,
good
out in the
pizza
countryside of
stories?
Atwater, California. Hell yeah. No.
Damn. So it took, what did it take, a year to get it, or what?
Let's see. Did it take a year? Yeah, it took about a year. I got it. Yep. So I got it there before I left, and then
Was it still
when
the
I went up-
standard 40 hours?
yeah, but it usually takes about 50. Really, I mean, 40 is the minimum, but 50 to 55 hours is more realistic.
Any tips?
That's
That
with
you give
That's with
somebody?
your cross countries and all that stuff too.
Yeah, just
Any tip-
if you're going to do it, if you can commit to it and do it all in one shot, because if you start and stop and take a few weeks off, you kind of regress and have to So that next lesson is just getting you back where you left off 2 weeks ago. So that's always my recommendation to people starting out trying it, is just keep going as fast as possible.
Okay.
Because then you'll get it done in the lowest amount of hours. So
Right. Yeah, it's costly now. I was looking at the Aero Club on base. It's
expensive.
100. So it's 185, 175 an hour for a Cessna, and then 60 an hour for instruction. So it's like $250 an hour.
Yep.
And they'll probably book you out more than an hour. So, you're spending a couple $100 or $500 a shot,
Yeah.
But that's here on Edwards. It's a little bit more pricier here at Barnes Field or Fox Field at Barnes Aviation in Lancaster.
Okay.
It's more expensive.
Yeah, it's a little bit more expensive. It's $65 for instruction, and then the aircraft prices are higher too. So yeah, I was just looking at the site. I just fucking
the only downside
of my
is
favorites.
I don't like that they moved the Aero Club from South Base because you had your own runway, literally.
Yeah.
And then now it's over by the flight test school, so you're on the main ramp.
Oh shit!
The F-16. Oh yeah, you're over by the F-16s now. So if you drive down there, it's like you see all the T-38s, and then there's just a row of Cessnas. So
yeah, that's what was great about it. The Edwards Aero Club down there was on the South Base. You were all there by yourself. Nobody bothered you.
You weren't in the pattern. You weren't anywhere near it.
Yeah.
Now you are. You're taking off the main runway.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and
you could trade maintenance for time.
Probably not at the Aero Club. Maybe. I don't know. I just talked to the guys at Barnes Aviation about that, and they said that once I get my A&P to come back, and they'll talk to me about it. But yeah, it's like they want $210 from the Aero Club to do your your first flight, to check it out, see if you want it, see if you're cool with it. But yeah, I'm gonna start doing it. I'm gonna schedule that test or that flight in a week.
Yeah, you definitely want to do that
Next
because
week.
some people get in one of those small airplanes. They're like, "Oh no, this is not for me." I'm
Right.
not doing that. So yeah, it's worth it.
And then
But the good thing about the Aero Club, because when I left Castle, so I went up to Travis, and then I was using the Travis Aero Club, and that's where I got my instrument commercial license up there. Anything beyond your private, you could use your GI bill. So the GI bill was paying for 60% of the flight training, and that was the aircraft and the instructor. So, and then if you use, I think it was at the time, because that was all through services, right? And that's what they call it, services. So then if you use the club card to pay for it, then you saved another 10%. So yeah, it was actually a pretty good deal. If you're paying 30% of every hour, that's why when they were like, okay, you're ready for your stage check. And I was like, no. Because you could overfly say they wanted each stage to be done in 10 hours. You could overfly it by 3 hours. And I was like, nope, we're overflying it because every hour I'm not paying full price for is gold, right?
That's awesome.
Yep.
Okay, so after you got your private, then you had to go get your instrument. Did you get your CFI?
Nope, never got it. No, I started training for it, but I was already flying night freight cargo as a flight engineer, and I was still in the reserves. And I just didn't have time. So I quit doing that. Yep.
And then, so you retired. Did you have your license when you retired?
Yeah. So
your commercial rating, or?
I did. Yeah. So I got the instrument commercial out of the way. And then when I went down to Edwards, I got the multi-engine commercial, got that out of the way. And then I was flying, and that's when I got out of the active duty down there. I was in for like 11 years, and I got out at Edwards, and my wife and I moved to Palmdale. And then I was in the reserves at March, flying there. And then I was flying, I got hired as a flight engineer on 727s doing night freight cargo for the Postal Service.
Nice.
So I was doing that. And the goal there was to upgrade to first officer there. But 9/11 happened, and that never happened. So I was doing some part-time flying for 310 down at Edwards for a guy that was a military contractor, and he would fly back and forth from Edwards to Eglin in his airplane. So I would fly that airplane with him back and forth and log the time. So that's how I got a bunch of the twin time I needed.
You have to have a certain time in order to get like first officer. Like, what's the time or the hours that you have to have in order to like move up and be hired by those airlines, right?
Well,
So somebody gets their shit and then they're like, "Hey, I want to go work for airlines," but they have to start at like a local regional place and then move up. Like, how does that work?
Well, it's changed now. So after the Colgan Air crash in Buffalo, Congress changed the rules so that now you have to have 1,500 hours of flight time. And it doesn't matter what those, as long as you have all your ratings, it doesn't matter what the 1,500 hours really are in. You just have to have the hours. But when I got hired, there was no hour requirement. I mean, you could come out of a college program with 300 hours, 350 hours and go to a regional and fly the regional as a first officer. When I got hired at Chautauqua Airlines flying it was a U.S. Airways Express carrier, I had about 850 hours, I think, somewhere in there. So,
damn, that's cool. And what do you do now? You're a JetBlue?
Yep, fly for JetBlue, based out of New York.
You're captain?
Yep, on the 320. Yep.
Dang.
Nice. So, Mayor, what'd you do with your life?
Wow. Ouch.
Oh,
seems like the heavy world worked out a lot better for that part of the family.
I'm doing okay working these
I know you
contract job on F-35, brother.
Yeah, he's got a pretty sweet gig up there.
You're doing okay.
Yeah.
You're just like next better. You don't do anything anymore.
That's right.
Yeah, you're gonna be out here soon, right?
To Camp Eddie?
Yeah, for a week.
Oh, great. Make sure to not go down there.
And don't worry, you'll be stuck. You'll be stuck at Scummy's house the whole time.
You have to let us know off recording where you're going to be at.
Yeah, for sure.
Woo.
Cool. So
what else?
What else? What, you fighter guys don't have anything to say after that amazing heavy story?
No, I dig it.
Nope.
I dig it, bro. I'm looking to fly fat asses,
Fighter pilots,
right?
Fighter pilots can't do that. How hard actually we had a test pilot from the F-35s come and get out, and he said it was so hard. It took him 3 years to get hired by American Airlines because he had no heavy aircraft experience. He had been flying fighters his whole career. They didn't want him at the time.
Damn.
So he had to go through all of his stuff again and start getting more multi-engine stuff and start working for like FedEx before they would hire him.
Do you have any did you helicopters or
You're cutting out.
choppers?
You're cutting out real bad.
Your internet shit balls.
I'm in the Matrix. The Matrix is fucking with me.
I'm in the Old West
chopper.
and my stuff works.
Get you the chopper.
Yeah, get this chopper, get down. Come with me if you want to live. No, I said, do you have any rotorcraft experience? Have you flown any helicopters? No.
Maybe no.
Did anybody notice what's behind Mikey?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's your fucking Werther's bag.
Did you know that that's not
that's
actually
great.
butterscotch? Werther's is not butterscotch.
Oh, please tell us what is it?
Because when I went to go buy some butterscotch, Werther's did not make a butterscotch. They make a caramel. It's caramel something.
They make butter rum.
Well, that's all they had at the apothecary, so you just got to make do, partner.
Hasn't come on the stagecoach yet.
The Pony Express will be here next week.
Where did I park my horse? I had the hat on too, but it's just too much with the headphones.
Just float it.
How many hours total do you have now, Dave?
I'm not really sure. I quit keeping track, honestly. Once I got to JetBlue and I figured I'm staying here, I really stopped keeping an exact logbook, but it's somewhere around 15,000 hours.
Damn.
Nice.
So
I
are
got
you
4
only based
hours
out
in
of
a
New York?
logbook somewhere.
Are you only based out of New York?
Yeah. Yep. I was based up in Boston as well before, but on another airplane. But Kennedy's the easiest place for me to get to from Ohio. So because every trip I do starts and stops in JFK, so I have to get there on my own. But we have jump seat ability, so we can jump seat on any airline that goes out there. So, and there's about 12 to 15 flights a day, depending on the day that goes to New York. So,
So
Pretty
you
easy.
just go from Cleveland,
Columbus.
Columbus.
Yep.
Nice.
You were
Do you
you were
ever-
saying
Are you
the
all
Aero
across the
Club is
U.S.?
expensive.
I'm sorry.
I said, are you? Do you fly all across the U.S. or is it mainly like
Yeah.
on the East Coast? Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're really heavy on the East Coast, but yeah, we fly over the country, South America, the Caribbean. They started doing England and France last year. So,
Oh wow.
Rhino, you were saying the Aero Club's expensive now. Do you have any idea what they are, like hourly?
Well,
Red just said all
Red
that.
just said it. It was like $180 an hour is what you're paying for the plane, and normally that starts from like the moment the bat switch comes on. Like they at least from what they told me here, but other places are different.
I knew somebody had mentioned it earlier, but that's what I was wondering because like 93, 94, my cousin was like, you should get yours. So they started taking me. And back then I had to save up $100 because it was $100 an hour. So every time we went, so I only did it like 4 times. So somewhere there's a logbook and I've got 4 hours from the early 90s.
nice.
When I was like 10.
Yeah, I used to rent they had some, I can't remember if they were 150s or 152s from the Aero Club, but it was $35 an hour.
Damn.
Yep. So I used to take my son.
I flew in a 150 one time, and I will never fly one of those ever again. Those things are so small, and like the smallest gust of wind. Good luck.
Well, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted the cheapest thing, So my wife would be at work, and my son Matthew was only a few months old, so I'd put him in the car seat, strap him in, and we'd take off from the Aero Club, and we'd fly over to Apple Valley and get breakfast over there, and then fly over to Fox Field and do a bunch of touch and goes until the tower was sick of me. Then we'd land and have lunch, and I'd change the baby and feed him and back in the plane. So we did that a lot.
That's awesome.
That's
So you
why.
still have
That's
the
where.
restaurant there at Fox Field?
Well, I know. So I live in Apple Valley, actually.
Oh, you live in Apple Valley. Okay, yeah.
And they had they reopened the restaurant at the airport now. It's actually really
Nice.
good now. It's pretty cool.
Good.
It's a Aviator Cafe or something.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's really good.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, and then what was the other one? We go over to something Bear. Was it Big Bear?
Big Bear.
I think there was a restaurant there too, right?
Yeah, it's way up in the mountains though.
Okay.
Like that's a pilot's nightmare going up there. Like you have to like have like half tanks or less just to get up over the mountains. And there about 2 years ago there was a plane crash not too long ago. The guy just didn't think of it and filled full tanks in Apple Valley and tried to make it up the mountain, and he stalled out.
Oh wow.
Him and his wife died. Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible. Right.
And they had a Cessna, I think a 180 tail dragger. So he had a decent plane, but couldn't make it. The downdrafts coming off the mountain were too big, too heavy. He couldn't get anything. Knocked him right in the side of the cliff.
Was it the summertime also?
It was like summer going into fall, so like the mountain was changing. So it's just hit or miss. Yeah, it was bad. And the
I don't know
dude
if it was just.
he had like thousands of hours.
I don't know if it was just the being in Alaska, but there were several dudes that would use they were getting their pilot's license up at Elmo. And so I guess they got a pretty decent Aero Club. And every time anybody would go with any single one of them, it didn't matter who it was, they would come back and say, that was the scariest thing I've ever done in my life, riding with that guy.
Well, doesn't Alaska have the most private pilots in the country?
I believe they do.
Yeah.
Because all the bush pilots.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because that's like the primary way to get around most of Alaska.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fun flying up there. I've flown a few times up in Alaska, just from Take Flight Alaska over there in Anchorage or whatever, and just flying up around the glaciers behind the base. It was really nice. I wouldn't go too far.
All the places I ever went, Alaska was definitely the prettiest place I've ever been.
Yep.
Yeah, it was gorgeous. I went up there. I think Mayor, I told you about this for the when I was in OT for the 35. We went up there for cold weather testing.
Yeah,
it was like the beginning of January, and it was gorgeous. But it was like you're testing, and you're like it's 11 o'clock in the afternoon, and the sun's barely on the horizon.
Yeah,
it's almost lunchtime. It's a complete throw off. But yeah, it was a good time up there.
Watch this. Look at Red eating. What are you eating, Red? He was over there stuffing his face.
Ray,
Looks like a trash panda.
Yeah, I was eating some Greek yogurt here, buddy.
Where'd you go? Do you have to deuce it up or what?
He had to stuff his face.
No, I went
Oh,
hungry.
Oh.
Went and got some Cody.
your internet has gone to shit again.
Yeah, motherfuckers, I'm in the Matrix. So I went and got. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Well, you're lagging.
Kodiak protein waffles. Can you hear that?
Okay.
Waffle.
That's cool.
And then some
Welcome to
Like
our really
fit-
well put together podcast.
Greek yogurt. It's really good. I
I
can't
can't
do
stand
ASMR.
Greek yogurt.
Let me do ASMR.
Greek yogurt's fucking horrible.
This dude's having fucking lunch, but don't you dare cough on his fucking podcast.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Edit it out.
he's over here eating Kodiak waffles. Little
It's
Mikey's got a
breakfast.
random jar of pickles. That he's just,
It's breakfast.
I had a hot dog for breakfast.
How big was it?
It was regular size, but I thought about Blackbeard. the
Just
whole time.
one hot dog for your
Good.
big ass?
Yeah.
Dude, I was so
watching his
mad
figure.
fucking last night. I got home, so I work down during the week. I'm not at home. So I came back last night and I was expecting to have a bunch of hot dogs in the fridge, but they fucking ate them all. My family ate all my hot dogs and I was pissed off.
When I found those on sale the other day, I went back that next day after I told you guys about it and bought every hot dog they had in the store, and they're in my freezer.
Ooh,
I will not run out of hot dogs for a while.
a freezer full of hot dogs.
When you got
Damn.
home, did you and there were no hot dogs left? Did you get all pissed off? Like running
Yeah.
walking around the house yelling? Rah!
As
Where's
I
mine?
walked into the-
Do it, Reddy. You do it so well.
yeah.
It's so fluid. It's so
Where are my
fluid.
glizzies? Where are my glizzies?
Like punching holes in the wall, kicking stuff over. I kicked the dog.
Allegedly.
Glizzies.
Allegedly, I did all this.
Hell yeah.
Well,
I also bought out the Dollar General store from all their corn nuts yesterday because they were on sale for $1.
Man, corn nuts. Dude, I haven't had corn nuts since I was a
Yeah.
kid, bro. That's
you heard it
old
here,
school.
folks. Come to Keys the Jet
Ranch-
for good
ranch corn
Dollar
nuts.
Tree finds.
I'm actually going to get some hominy and some ranch seasoning and try to make my own.
You want some Dollar Tree deals?
Yep. There's another bite.
So those Kodiak things are good, man, but there's so many carbs in those things.
You got to actually work out with them too.
I know.
Because Ryan
But
was worried about carbs.
I have to. I've got kind of like what Justin has, so I have to I can't have no more than 60 to 80 carbs a day. And I'll tell you, in the past 3 weeks though, I've dropped like 14 pounds.
That's good.
I'm down.
But it's weird because it's
7
like
pounds?
it's so fun because like in the morning I have salmon with cream cheese, like smoked salmon. That's like my breakfast. Yeah,
That sounds
Oh, yeah.
disgusting.
no, it's
call it-
amazing.
I don't think what are those called? The locks? Aren't they locks? You guys are from New York. The locks bagels?
Not our part of New York.
That's the wrong part of New York.
That's
We're
the
the,
wrong part, motherfucker.
We're the beef and potatoes part of New York.
Yeah. Every meal.
All meals.
There's no
All
fucking
potatoes.
smoked salmon where we're at.
Except for breakfast, and it's just Cheerios.
Uh,
Yeah, I've just got my protein intake more, like I think like 250 a day.
I
Good
do
for
gotta
you.
say, so I started doing which if anybody wants any free promo codes, which Blackbeard, you should really do it like once you're more into your realm down there. But
Bro, just meal
Those-
prep, dude.
those
Don't need
those
that shit.
those dude, if you do 2 meals a day for an entire week, it's like $90 and it's a
Yeah.
huge menu of food, and it's like low carbs, low sugar, high protein, like good amount of calories. It's called Factor Meals. I'm sure you've seen like ads for them on Facebook and stuff, but for
Yeah.
me and the wife, it's 140 a week for 20 meals. Dude, there's so much in my fridge right now. Like I can't even keep up with it, but they're good. They're fucking amazing. And every Sunday we would go to the like Target or whatever. Dude, we were spending $400 or $500 on groceries every Sunday.
It adds up.
Every Sunday. So $190 a week for a complete set of lunch and dinner meals, dude. I'm sold for both of us. The kid can eat like sandwiches, or if she has her own food or whatever, like she can make. But she's a 12-year-old; she'll survive. But so much money saved. I'm letting you know right now. So much.
Yeah, that makes sense because I spend because I eat like 2 pounds of like turkey or chicken or beef a day, right?
Dude, it's a big portion. That box is probably it's big. But for
Yeah,
me, like watching
I
my carbs though, the max I've had is like 15 grams of carb for that entire meal. So I eat 2 of those a day. Puts me around like 30, 35-ish. And then the rest is like breakfast, which is a nothing. And dude, you can feel it. You can feel a complete difference. Like I feel better, more protein, less carbs, less sugar.
This is another fitness tips with Fat Boys episode, dude. I mean,
but this is a legit one because this works for Fat Boys.
Yeah, we're all trying. It's all working. It's cool, man.
Yeah, it was great. We had
I'm down 7 pounds in a week, so
we had tier 1 on here. This dude's like this jacked bodybuilder, and then there's all of us, and he's just like, yeah, it's fat people are just the bane of the existence of the world, and we're all like, yep, we know.
In the QA section, we have a Biggest Loser going on right now. I'm also part of that. Hopefully, I'll fucking win and beat the shit out of everybody. My goal.
What's the prize?
Wow.
Really?
Dang.
Really?
It's already started, bro. That's
You guys
because it's $100. Because it's $100 buy-in.
Red, I'm telling you, cut your carbs. You cut your carbs, you will beat everybody.
I have.
You will be limit yourself to 60 a day.
I'm down
You'll drop so much weight.
Well, because I'm working out twice
and then you'll
working
really
out
win.
twice a day, so I don't want to limit it too much. But I'm down to like 100 a day because I'm working out twice a day.
Yeah,
You guys want to
you're in Roseman, just get some crack.
Yeah,
a keys to the jet Biggest Loser?
Listen, it's not as pure as Bullhead City's crack, okay? So I'm not interested in it.
I want the high class shit of Bullhead
The Arizona meth is way better than the California bougie meth, all right?
Now I want Mayor to come down and bring some of that good Utah Mormon meth. That real good stuff.
Mormon meth.
Oh, that is the good stuff.
They got the vending machine at the chapel right there.
Yeah, right.
Have you guys gone through this day in aviation, like aviation and history or anything yet?
No, we've been talking about real airplanes.
Dude, okay, so check this out. 13 January 2012, McDonnell Douglas F-15E Strike Eagle became the first F-15 to 10,000 flight hours. Hell yeah, dude. Fuck, tails ain't split. You want to shit? Woo!
You see what I deal with, David? Bunch of idiots.
Tails ain't split.
Fucking
you're
Strike
jealous.
Eagles,
You're jealous
boy,
of them
tell
tails.
you, right?
How many hours
let's
did it
see.
say?
10,000. It was the first. It was the first Strike Eagle.
No, it says 10,000 hours.
Well, this was back
No fucking
in.
feet.
This was back in.
I remember doing forms on a C-130 that had like 65,000 hours.
This was back in 2012. Hey man,
All right,
where are you going?
I don't know.
Where'd he go? Oh, he's probably going to
Oh,
get something to
did
grab
you-
onto.
Did you see? I don't know.
Yelling poopy.
What's that?
It was an AMSR.
Did you see the photo released of the Israeli F-15Ds with their upgraded dash that nobody has seen a picture of, and it was like completely crazy?
No, I've not
No.
seen that.
Like, so someone took a picture of it. It was like a couple weeks ago, or during this whole Israeli Hamas stuff, and they had a picture of their F-15D with a crazy like screen in it, and people were like, "That's the first time we've seen that."
That's a F-15I. That's
Was
what.
it I thought it was a D.
Yeah. No, they're
One
F-15
picture I looked.
eyes.
That's pretty fucking cool, though. Those pilots are fucking crazy. It is
Dude,
real.
They
All right?
are.
From what I
Well,
hear,
they
they're
actually
top,
used
top.
one of their F-35s to shoot down a couple drones or missiles.
Dang. Let's see.
That was a
Kind of-
huge news thing.
Trying to find something good here, man. There's really nothing.
There was that NASA thing yesterday.
Oh yeah, that's. I mean, that's one thing I was gonna bring up. The
I went to that.
NASA, the X-59.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I went to
I
they were
built part
doing
of
a
that.
live cast. live cast at a restaurant, but it was stupid. So then a group of them were going over to the place, and then you could look at it from a distance. It's fucking crazy looking, dude.
I built part of that. Woo!
It's fucking crazy
From a
looking.
distance.
Like you look at it and you're like, I don't know if that's gonna fly.
Bro, I'll tell you that building that fucking airplane was a pain in the ass. At least when I was doing part of it, like building it from the ground up, I've never seen an airplane built from the ground up. And then actually having to go through and like do the structures, like they're telling, giving a crew chief a drill and like, here you go fucking do this. And you're like, I've been taught not to use drills because I can fuck shit up. Are you sure I can't use
where's sheet metal?
Are you sure I can't use a hand tool? No, just get in there and do it. And you're just like, oh my God.
Red's out there. They give him the little wooden one that's got the wheel to the drill on it.
Yeah, I would rather take that than like, the pneumatic drills, because they're just like, yeah, go drill all these. Here you go. Here's your portion to get done today. Right. You're just like, okay, how do I get this done without fucking it up? And you're drilling up in a spot, and then depending on what you're doing, you're drilling like up in a tight spot, and then you've got your structure you're drilling through and a structure behind it that you don't want the drill bit to hit, right? And it does multiple times. You're just like, oh shit, oh fuck. Hey, QA, there's some stuff here. Or like you'll have people fucking over drill holes, like not drill them to spec, put a bigger drill bit on than what they're used to, or like countersink, like make a huge countersink like this big. I've seen it. The countersink was supposed to be this big and it came out this big because they didn't set the cage right. I've seen it on the X59 wing when we were fucking doing that shit. It's crazy. And then a buttload of sealant, man, boxes on boxes on boxes on boxes on boxes on boxes on boxes. And I could keep going off sealant of BHAF. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're just raw, like when you're
playing it held together unless it's got held together by BHAF.
I know. So we were putting the wing skin on the structure itself, right? So they had before you had just had the structure, and they flipped it a fuck ton. Actually, first off, we had to put liquid shim on there, rivets.
All right, your story's getting boring.
I know it is.
Did you guys ever get tasked with something that didn't have a TO?
I know it is. I'm fucking over it.
Every day at my new job, there are no TOs.
That's
I'm in charge of making TOs. Well, I don't want to.
Oh, nice. We had some. I don't remember what it was, and I'm out there flipping through the thing. I'm like, I can't find it. And then the aphids dude rolls up, and he's like, "Here's the blueprint. You guys are the first people to do this." And so then I got tasked with taking notes, and we buttoned it all up. And he's like, "Where's your notes?" And I'm like, "Oh, I forgot, bro."
Yeah. Let me see.
That's a lot of cables.
It's a lot of cables. It was a pain in the ass.
Such a great story. I feel so educated.
Dude, you're welcome.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. You know what? I'll probably edit it out anyways. So I mean, hey.
You know how many times you said I'm gonna edit this section out, and then you just started dumping episodes from last year, and nothing was edited out.
Yeah,
There's all in there.
No,
like
there's
when
a
I
lot of
told you
shit
about my sister's episode, and you weren't supposed to say anything about P3s, and you're like, "Yeah, I'll take that out."
Nope,
I did.
Full in there. No, you didn't.
Full in there.
It's all in there.
No, I took a lot of shit out. I took anything that had to say with P3s, I took out.
The one section I asked you about
Negative.
when they're talking about aliens and the
Negative.
Bullshit. Do you know how much
It's
bro?
dude.
I took
It's in there.
so much out.
It's in there.
And I'll
listened
fucking
to it.
okay. Now I'm gonna go delete it right now.
No, it's already there. It's too
It's
late.
already there now.
Well, no,
She's already on the way to kill you.
delete it right now. Delete that bitch right now.
Hey, you can't call my sister a bitch.
only Blackbeard's family calls him a bitch.
I'm the only bitch in the family.
Or when your mom comes on here, oh, make the hot dog jizz.
Yeah, jizz
So
that
weird.
hot dog.
Mom, stop talking.
I took out any part that where she was talking about actually.
You
like,
did. You took on a
seeing-
lot.
And then
No,
there's
that
That was
aliens.
all fine.
And then I
you
saw
took
it
out a
on
lot.
60 Minutes.
The only part you should have taken out was that part.
The rest of it was fine.
Yeah, the rest
Yeah.
was
Big
fine.
salad.
It's gone now.
Oh, great. Stephen Hawking's back. And
I'll
he
delete
David's
that
out.
bitch.
I had to cough. I heard that's a no-no.
Whoa.
He'll get you.
Well, clearly he's really good at editing. So
Hey, we've been doing this for a year. I don't see your ass doing anything.
Yeah, where's the merch right now?
I'm gonna let you know if you don't have a commercial grade like printing press stuff, it's a lot harder than you think.
That's what she said.
You're over there
Okay.
having sex parties with
Well, if
Scummy.
people start subscribing to patreon.com/Keys to Jet podcast for $5 we could probably buy stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's true. What was it again?
Patreon.com/Keys to the Jet podcast, $5 bucks.
$5.
$5
Just $5 a month could help out a third world podcast become a first world podcast. For less than a cup of Starbies, you could make a gigantimous improvement. If you want to donate, then please go to the Keys to the Jet podcast Patreon at patreon.com/Keys to the Jet podcast. That's patreon.com/Keys to the Jet podcast. Again, go to patreon.com/Keys to the Jet podcast. Patreon.com/Keys to the Jet podcast.
Yep.
That is great. That's good shit.
I did
Wait,
miss the
wait.
tagline though. It's Patreon.
.com.
//
You want us to play it again?
No. Wait, you need
I'm gonna come.
Don't.
I'm gonna do it.
Do not come.
So good.
you got to play the one for David where
Oh
it's
my God.
how you and Mayor met.
Yeah. Do you have that? I have it if you don't.
So
No.
how did you get the name Mayor? I didn't know that.
Just being at Dallas for so long, knowing everybody,
He's kitchen babies.
they'd say I could be like I could walk up and down the flight line, shaking hands and kissing babies. So.
Handing out butterscotch.
And then we have a video of
Yeah, my buddy-
exactly how Mayor met Red.
Yeah,
And that's
this
how
is
they became
how
best
this is
friends.
how it was at Nellis on the flight line with A10s.
You want me to do it?
Yeah,
And go. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I
here it
switched
goes.
computers. I switched to
action.
and go.
How about now?
What happened?
And go.
I thought I clicked it.
What
There you
about
go.
Hold
now?
on. Wait a second.
And action.
This is my first time.
The anticipation is killing me.
And action.
It'll get good. Here we go. Open again.
You're gonna live with me now. I'm gonna take care of you. Because I love you. I love you, Joe. Oh my God.
Yes. It's accurate. Very accurate.
Oh, it was
Very accurate.
That was Mayor when he had a full head of hair.
It's like, you know,
You're
it
gonna
was,
be with me now.
yeah, it was basically over there at the at Lola. Hey,
Yeah, I remember the day I found out that this dude's riding his fucking motorcycle back and forth from Bullhead City to Vegas every day.
What?
It was wintertime, and I'm like, God damn, tell that fucking dude not to do that anymore.
fucking hardcore, bro.
So
How long
let
is
him
that
drive.
drive?
Now an hour and a half.
On a
Every
bike.
day.
Whew.
Hauling ass, man.
So I first let him just, hey man, just drive my fucking truck. I got the truck here. I'm not using it. You can drive that back and forth, especially in the fucking shitty weather.
Yeah.
And then I had room in the house. I'm like, why don't you just take a room in the house and you go back home on the weekends? So
Yes. That fun.
Yeah.
Dude, thank you so much for that. That was like, especially during that like that time period.
yeah,
Like, you know, when like Sabrina went to the hospital and everything. The fucking
yeah, for sure.
that helped out a fuck ton.
Yeah,
a metric
course.
fuck ton. and I'm really still appreciative of it. Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Yeah, because you'd have been like Dumb and Dumber, but solo, in the wintertime, right? Not with nobody to pee on your back.
Yeah, that's how I am now, going from Bullhead City to Edwards on the weekends or during the week.
How long is that ride?
With the motorcycle?
Yeah.
The motorcycle? Because I got to stop a couple of times. It's like 4.5 hours.
You need to get that fucking pilot's license.
But I'm doing until I come up
Allegedly.
along the side of like some Riverside or San Bernardino County Sheriff. So that's,
But so another bad part about moving the Aero Club is now you can't park at the Aero Club anymore. If they were on South Base, it was like $20 a day or something. You could
Park
park
your
your
airplane?
airplane. Yeah, but now since they're on the main ramp, you can't.
you just
park
fly
there.
into you got to fly into Cal City then, huh?
Cal City or Fox Field.
Fox Field. Well, no, there's an airport here in Roseman.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a Roseman Air Park.
I'd probably rather leave my airplane in Cal City, honestly, because that's actually a really nice airport.
You'd be
They got a-
surprised. Like that part
got
of
a-
the Roseman Air Park is really nice, and like there's
Yeah,
big houses
Yeah.
over there.
it's like hidden back there.
surprisingly. It is.
Yeah, that's
Like
what I
trailer
would
park
really like
and
to
then
do.
$1
is-
million houses.
But right off of like if you're going to 14, like right before you get to Bacchus Road on the left, there's actually a dirt strip there with a bunch of houses with hangars, and there's people like it's all private, but you can rent out their hangars. So people that fly in, it's a little dirt strip,
On Bacchus?
like right near Bacchus, between Bacchus and Roseman. Like there's like I'll find it.
All
It's
the
real
roads
small.
of dirt in the old west.
What the fuck is Bacchus? Where is that? What is that?
It's going
like
towards
the next
Mojave.
road up north of
Bacchus
Roseman
D was
Boulevard.
a drink they had in Korea.
Baltica. Remember Balticas?
The Baltica
Those
Nines.
were in that was
Yeah.
in Kyrgyzstan though.
Woo.
Baltica.
What
You
are
don't-
those?
You don't drink for like 6 months and you have one of them fuckers.
Yeah.
You're fucked. Okay, it's called Pontius Airport. It's real small.
Chris
Oh, no.
Pontius.
No, it looks like they got it paved actually. There you go, Red. I sent it to you. But it's real small. There's actually some nice houses out there, and they got their own hangars, and they just pull out of their hangars and taxi down their little road to the airport.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
There was a when I was at Little Rock, there was a little grass strip. It was called I can't remember the name of it, but there was a bunch of it's like 2 grass runways and a bunch of like nice houses that people built attached to the hangar. So it was like a hangar house basically. And there's one of them was for sale. It was like $300,000 at the time. But how he paid his mortgage was he could fit like 8 Cessna 172s in his hangar, and it was heated and air conditioned. And he'd charge them like $200 or $150 a month to store them there, and people would do it. And that's all I wanted was just like, here, store your airplanes in here, give me free rides whenever I want it, and then you pay my mortgage basically.
Dang, that's
And
the
the
goal.
Dude, that was
That's the
And
goal.
every time it was like raining or something, he'd open up the hangar doors and just sit there at his little fire pit and just chill. That was
That's the
life.
life.
Yeah,
I need that in my life.
I was trying to be a single airman and do that.
Work. Right now, I just passed my first A&P test this week. Oh, general passed it.
Nice. That's the hardest one.
Congrats.
I went in 30 minutes, knocked it out.
Nice.
I mean, I got a 70, but
So
I got the bare
You
minimum.
just need a 60, right?
listen, no, you need a 70.
Oh, I thought
Right
you
on the
needed
cusp. Right on the cusp, dude. That's
Good
hey,
job.
listen, C's get A&Ps, bro. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So
my
right now,
my thesis for my bachelor's that went into my MBA was accepted, so I started my MBA here this February.
hell yeah, that's awesome. And so
Nerd.
now I started studying my airframe, and
Make sure you study the part where you tighten the bolts on the door plugs.
Yeah. Alaska.
Be sure you
Yeah,
study
they
that
don't-
chapter real well.
they don't teach you that. They don't teach you that. The one I think that I'm gonna have the most issue with is like the air conditioning or like I don't know. We'll
HVAC?
see. Dude, I'm just writing instead. I'm just taking and making flashcards out of every question.
Mhm.
So they tell you that you should get 90% or more on each section because the FAA doesn't put out all the questions anymore, right? So they used to, so you could get every question in those books, right? Or like a something like the questions, but they don't publish them anymore. And I went in and took my test, and I was like, there are some of these questions I have never seen. that I never saw. So I was just like, let's go. Send it. Boop. Let's just do it.
It's like taking the test
Okay.
with ASVAB.
It's like, yeah, it's like
Shit.
right.
That one.
Is it the red wire or is it the green wire? Let's just hope.
That sounds like the fourth time I tested for staph.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's how it is.
When the first time I took the ASVAB, I just finished and like I was like making sure I got everything, and I glanced over and I saw the dude next to me. He was going in the army, and it had a picture of a crescent wrench or adjustable wrench, and it said, "What is this?" And the guy clicked hammer, and I was like, "Oh God,
what?"
Click?
It can be used as a hammer.
He clicked hammer, and then he just clicked next. I was like, "For a wrench? Oh my God!"
That's
Yeah,
not a lie,
everything's a
though. You
hammer.
can use it as a hammer.
Everything's a
Yeah.
hammer unless it's a screwdriver.
Well, it was like
And that's-
hammer, wrench, screwdriver, or it was like a nail gun. Like it was just like the random question, like here, like tell us if you're stupid or not, basically.
Now, when you get to the 5th generation of airplanes, that not everything is a hammer. Okay. Not everything is a hammer because everything is very delicate.
It's just
You know,
if you don't get caught. Just don't get caught. And
The one
everything's
thing that
still a
really
hammer.
irritated me, especially on 5th gen, was the J bar, the Johnson bar.
You're a J bar.
We have them, and nobody uses them. They're brand new,
It's a fine tool.
dude. Those things are game
Do we-
changers.
Do we have them in the tool crib?
Yeah.
We have 4 of them,
Yep.
We're gonna
And-
have 3 of them.
and they're fucking beautiful chrome, never been touched.
I'm gonna go touch them.
People don't know that they're there.
I'm gonna go touch them today.
Because QA will fucking bitch a fit if you even fucking check one out.
I am QA. I'm gonna go touch
Red.
them today. I'm gonna go touch them today.
Dude, same thing happened on the OT side. We had like 4 or 5 of them that nobody knew about. We grabbed one, and it was like showing airmen like you don't have to yank on it, like especially because these are the type of nut plates on here, but it gives you just a little bit more pressure to take that screw out. And it was
No,
I didn't know these things existed. I'm like, what
There's
tech
a
school did you go to?
Those nut plates are so delicate, dude.
But you don't have to ham on it.
If you were a man, you wouldn't need one of those.
What is that?
Okay.
Who's doing it?
Is your kid blowing the Aztec death whistle?
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing out there. Oh, you guys
Oh God.
might not have heard this. You guys ready?
Yeah. Turn your shit down.
Don't do it.
Oh, it's a Yeti.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's also got bird calls. He used to sit outside when Mikey first got on here. He used to sit outside and bird call, and we would try to get like them on the episode while they were out there.
So, Mayor, what have you been up to?
Not a lot.
That's-
Just working.
Since all you do
Enjoying
is just laugh at my
this
Instagram
lovely
post
snow.
now.
Not a whole
I'll
lot.
have to add you.
We got a bunch of storms coming through, so I ain't doing shit. You watch UFC and football. That's about it.
Is it snowing pretty good up there yet?
Yeah, the past couple of days we've been getting pretty good. Supposed to get another chunk tonight, and then Monday night and Sunday night and Monday morning. Good.
Well, you better get your snowboard out,
Yeah, no.
fucking mayor.
It's supposed to get
Snowboarding
cold
down
there?
that shit, dude. That shit would be funny as fuck.
What's that?
Hey, check out my new snowboard pants.
There's just a random old guy going down the slopes. You guys need butterscotches?
Hey, I got,
That's
I got butterscotches, kids. Here you go.
They're in my fanny pack. Stick your hand in there.
His snowboard pants and jacket are just bright yellow. Big butterscotch on the logo on the back.
Dude, you
It's a
should try to
wingsuit
get.
from the early '90s.
Yeah,
You should try to get
Butterscotch Bandit.
sponsored. Just try to get sponsored by. Is it Brax Candy?
Yeah, butterflies candy.
Fucking. It should not give out enough butterscotches to supply you the entire year. So, let's say you sponsor me now. I was in the Air Force in the 19. Oh, Blackbeard, go ahead. You were about to say something. I see you. Yeah.
No, I just realized the guy that we were supposed to have on last week, he's at Hill. So you probably know him, Mayor, right? Because you're at Hill.
I am.
Yeah. He's deployed right now, but he was going to come on.
Is he in?
Yes.
Yep, one of my units.
Yeah.
I may or may not know him.
Allegedly.
He stands out. Well, we can edit it out, but
I might know by his face.
Yeah.
What's he do?
he's a crew chief.
Yeah, I've probably seen him in the flight line. I don't know him personally though.
So it's playoff
I
weekend.
I got a guy flying over there right now.
Everybody rooting for the Bills tomorrow?
No.
They got moved to Monday.
Gross.
They got moved to Monday because of the fucking storm.
What? No, that's Buffalo. You're supposed to suck that up.
NFL moved it today.
So you
And they're
guys,
playing Pittsburgh. They both can handle that. That's crap.
Yep.
so
Send
you're
him send him to Lambeau. We deal with snow. We're not afraid.
Mayor's
Fuck
a
yeah, baby.
cheesehead fans.
Yep.
Mayor's a cheesehead fan. Oh, yeah, I like the Packers. The Packers, they get lots of cheese.
Mayor and Rhino
Oh yeah.
from there.
Mm.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're
We're gonna
from the
take-
Midwest there, aren't you?
Oh, when
Oh,
you
I-
stopped by my house, Rhino, the other day, after you left, my son was like, "Who's that Southern guy?"
What?
I was like, "What are you talking about?" He doesn't have a Southern accent. I was like, "He's from the Midwest or something over there."
He's from Nebraska. Is it Nebraska?
Oh, you dirty old fucker. I fucking hate you.
What is that? What is that?
Do you have
Spotted-
another
I have-
case?
I have 2 cases left.
Can you bring me a 6-pack when you come to Edwards?
I can.
Please.
Dude,
I will.
he hoards beers.
No, if you guys have never tried
so-
Spotted Cow, you have no room to fucking talk.
So
That
the
is
mayor,
the best fucking beer.
well, I'll just tell you, the mayor hoards his beers. Like when Summer Shandy comes out, he had a closet
yeah.
full of Summer Shandies.
Some Lineys?
Yes. Yeah, man.
Because-
well, that you can get
because-
that year round now, so I don't have to hoard it.
Because both of us drank the shit out of it, right? And so he would just fucking fill the closet up. He's like, and get a bunch of Summer Shandies in. And we'd be like, woo!
Mayor, have you ever
Let's
been to the
go.
Leinenkugel Lodge?
No.
So every beer that Leinenkugel's ever came out with is on tap. Even if they don't sell it in the stores, they have it on
Even
tap.
Oh shit. That's
Even
nice.
the
Yes.
Oktoberfest? Even the Oktoberfest one?
Oktoberfest. There's one that they only sold for a couple years. It was called Big Buck Doppelbock. It was like a
Mhm.
really good amber. That's on tap. They have everything, every one of their things.
No, drink it.
That Summer Shandy, I remember when it first came out, and that shit was fucking delicious. I was doing the same thing.
It's
Dude,
good.
I love
It is
Summer
good.
Any
Shandy.
box I could find, I would fucking
Double
hoard that
fist, bro, all day. It's
Yeah.
so refreshing and so light.
shit. It is. It's fucking
Wait till you,
amazing.
but you need to
And
have
it'll
a
get you
cold
bucked
spotted
up.
cow. You need to
Yeah,
have
those
cold
spotted cows are
spotted
great.
cows are legit.
Can you say it right though? He get that spotted cow. Is that how you say
No,
it? How do you say it? How do you talk in your Midwestern accent there?
Spotted cow.
No, you're doing it wrong.
I'm not a Youper. I'm not from the Upper Peninsula, Michigan.
The UP?
Let me just scooch by you there. Like, look at my
Yeah.
Oh, well, let me
It's,
get that
it's
spotted
spotted cow,
cow.
don't you know?
Oh,
Yeah.
the
Don't you
lunatic
know?
too.
Kind of funny looking.
But
What's
that
a, what's
but
a
New
Uper?
Glarus,
What is a Uper?
that
From
you
the
live in the
UP.
Upper Peninsula, Michigan.
Peninsula.
You
They're called
hosers
Ubers.
better get some
Yeah,
spotted
hosers.
cow.
Fucking spotted cow posers. You gonna eat a
Hoser.
He's hoser.
Hey there, hoser.
Dang.
But yeah, Mayor New Glarus actually had a huge lawsuit. There was a like a liquor store somewhere in like the South that was like paying some guy under the table to drive to Wisconsin with like a big ass fucking pickup truck and just buy out every bottle he could of New Glarus, a spotted cow, and then drive back down. And this guy was
really?
selling it. He was selling it in his bar, and he was like telling people that he made a contract with New Glarus, and New Glarus found out, and they were like, "The fuck you did." They got like a multi because they don't sell it outside the state.
I know.
It's
I know.
only in the state.
The white
Man.
man came and took my cow, my
No,
spotted cow.
he had to sell his business to pay the fines, so he
Yeah.
lost his bar. New
Yeah, I
Glarus
got a
doesn't
buddy
fuck
that
around,
lives up
dude.
there.
Because
Drives
they
back
really
and
needed
forth.
that money.
They're protecting
a
their
buddy-
brand.
My buddy lives there, and when he drives to Vegas for work, he'll swing by Salt Lake and drop off 5 or 6 cases, whatever he can hold in his car for me.
That's awesome.
That's the
Yeah.
heavies guys, when they would come through the Azores, would bring cases of Yingling and sell it for like 60, 80 to 140 bucks a 12 pack. And
Oh
sell out.
man, I miss Yingling, dude. The black and tan, bro. Woo, that's the best one there.
Man. I couldn't care less about Yingling.
Yeah, it's just a beer for me.
It's hit or miss, but like Spotted Cow is so mild, you can drink it anytime. It's so
Yep.
good.
Do they have a cow on the box?
Yeah, there's a cow on there. I think
Is it
it's on the.
Four Locos
I think it's
and
on
Bud
the
Ice.
bottle. I think it's on the outer box, but it's on the bottle for sure.
It's not a
Yeah,
Four
right.
Loco.
If you don't drink Four Locos and Bud Ice, then you're a pussy.
Schlitz, fucking Ice House and shit.
Old
Milwaukee's
age.
Beast. Get the Beast.
Old
Get the
Milwaukee.
beast out. Yeah, get
Milwaukee's
the
Beast.
Yep, there's a cow.
Oh, it's
Ooh.
a cow. Fucking a cow. What is
Oh,
it?
that's
Cow
a
fucking-
nice cow there, eh?
It's a
It's just
cow.
Wisconsin.
It's just
The cow's
Wisconsin.
fucking Wisconsin.
Look at that spotted cow. That's a nice
That's how they
cow.
make. That's how they
That's
make
how
cheese
it's
curds.
made. Huh.
Is that how butter's made?
Cheese curds.
You gotta melt that.
Oh, Wisconsin
Oh,
cheese curds are the
That's
best.
how yogurt's made then.
If you go to a restaurant and it says Wisconsin cheese curd, like fried Wisconsin cheese curd, those aren't Wisconsin cheese curds.
They got some
Nope.
cheese
Oh,
curds
man.
at Mavericks,
They're-
also known as zebras.
Nope. You gotta if you go to like a true Wisconsin like cheese place, it'll say like extra squeaky, mild
Bro.
squeaky, like it says that in the bins.
I had cheese curds for the first time at Culver's in Colorado.
On TDY
Now I'm gonna
with
have to
Mayor.
make some.
Gross, huh?
Oh,
But those
no,
are
they
fake
were.
cheese. Those were the breaded ones, though, man. Those aren't real cheese curds.
I mean, they were really
Poutine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
poutine. I don't like
good.
it.
Gross. Gross.
What's
I don't like it.
It's amazing.
that's it? I'm out.
Poutine. Poutine is gross, dude.
Why
With gravy
What
and
is-
cheese
what is-
curds,
Not to love
And
about
French
that.
fries.
Listen,
French fries.
Cheese, French fries and gravy. I mean,
It's so
It's
good.
like Fat Boy Paradise.
they don't
Oh,
even know
yeah.
how to make cheese fries over in Canada. You had to tell them, like, "Hey, man, make me cheese fries." What is these cheese fries? You say, what is that? And then you're like, you take the gravy off,
Wait,
you
they're
put
Muslim?
just cheese on it, and then you melt it. And then they go, and you put the gravy on there with it. No, you don't put the gravy on there.
I like how
Fucking
you went
hate
from a
poutine,
French
bro.
Canadian accent to a Muslim Middle Eastern accent.
This hoser
They're
doesn't
like-
want gravy.
Listen, I don't have a proper
Fucking
Canadian
ulcer.
accent. I'm fucking American, all right.
Oh, Mar-
He-
I'm
and he
a
went to
desert Billy.
Kazakhstan,
I'm a fucking desert Billy. I don't know.
You guys have never had poutine?
Whoa.
No? That shit's amazing.
It is amazing.
I don't think Chinaman is the correct nomenclature. So
Mikey.
We're not even talking about China. You're saying everything else, and Mikey's like, I don't think Chinaman's the right thing to say. Where did that come from?
Mikey, you think you could give him a little bit of pickle ASMR? Or
yeah.
I think these guys are missing out.
episode
Yeah.
was really stupid.
Hey, Mayor, so I got to tell you this before it comes out. So last week, we recorded an episode, and instead of aviation in history, we did porn day in history, right?
Oh yeah,
And
this is a good one.
So Goodyear's like, oh, it's Chanel Santini's birthday. And so him and I knowing what
Go
she
ahead and look it
is-
up, Mayor. Go ahead and
So,
look her up,
you got
Mayor.
Red, Mikey, and Blackbeard like looking her up and like, damn, this
Go ahead,
girl's-
Google her.
damn,
Google her
she's
right
like-
now, Mayor.
And Red's like, oh my god, she's so hot. She's good looking.
I
This is a
did not
good-looking
say
girl."
she's so hot. What I said
Turns
is,
out-
I don't know.
Turns
I
out she's
said-
got a bigger dick than Red.
I said I don't know who this is. I'm gonna look it up.
Thai lady boys.
So
She
now I
looked
have.
real good for a few minutes.
I never saw any pictures. I did see like the.
Oh, no,
the-
they were raving about her, and I'm sure he's gonna cut that part out
no, I won't. I'll leave it all in.
because you can hear him like, damn, look at.
I'll
look at
leave
her,
it all
she's
in
pretty."
except for the part where I get a boner.
So you got Goodyear and I because I was over his house and we were just
They
holding
already
back
had
tears.
boners. All right, they were together. They already had boners. To be fair,
They had a
We
long
had-
night together.
Yeah, we had Noah. That was crazy.
The threesome.
a lot
Foursome
of
was fab.
crazy butt sex
Oh.
with peanut butter and jelly.
They had a menage
Yeah, it was a menage a trois
Mm.
menage a quad.
squad.
They were reenacting.
Speaking of
Brokeback
Fab,
Mountain.
Where is he?
He's at Scummies.
Fine.
Oh, he's at Scummies.
Did you get all the pictures I sent? The wild fab sighting?
No, I didn't see the snow and bushes one.
It's in there. I sent all those pictures to you. There's one where he's hiding in the Christmas tree and he's hiding by the
I didn't
village.
see the
It's
snow and
Big Fab
bushes
Small
one.
Village.
What has he got over there to lure you kids in? It's obviously not butterscotch.
Just him.
Him.
Tab is still missing. If you have any information, please contact Keys to the Jet podcast at 1-900 Pumbaa Finders.
Hey, call me Mr. Pig!
All right, Reddit. I sent it to the group chat. It's a wild fab sighting.
I'm liking these videos you guys are making. That's pretty good. That's pretty cool content.
That's all,
Well,
Blackbeard.
if you look on Facebook, you'd see them all from like a month ago. Mhm.
Dude, they're
There's
all
also
there.
some
They're on Instagram too.
There's also some fire memes that a couple people have been making. Real fire memes.
You can see it on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, X,
It's the same
TikTok,
thing. Twitter and X are the same.
X Twitter.
Your X is
Rumble.
Twitter.
We're on
My Twitter
Twitch.
is Xing.
We're on Kick. We're on.
Kick. What the fuck is Kick?
It's just like Twitch. It's
Okay.
it's a Twitch competitor, basically.
Wait, K-I-K?
No,
Three Ks.
Kick. Kick. It's a Twitch competitor. No, it's not that one.
I was like, that's the one like secret messaging.
Yeah, that's the one. Secret messages that you look on Backpage and you find all the tranny hookers, and then you like secretly message them. And you're like,
Who knows? That's probably why you find Chantel.
maybe she's too
You
high
should have
dollar
seen
for
it,
me
Mayor.
now.
You should have seen it, Mayor. You should have seen it. He was just like, oh God. Yeah.
That's not what I
and he's
did.
like, oh.
That's not what I did. I'll bring up the video right now. That's not what I did.
With him and Blackbeard were like pulling their shirts in. It was like,
Oh, yeah.
holy shit.
Yeah, I was
I
like,
started fingering my belly button.
I was sitting there with Goodyear. I was sitting there with Goodyear. I was like, just wait for it.
I started getting out like the lubricants,
You
the
could-
personal lubricants.
You could see the screen scrolling, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh.
Well, I started to name off the movies, right? Because I looked up the Wikipedia. I started to name off the movies of what this person was in. And then it was like, 2 chicks, 1 tranny.
Something about
tranny
T-boys.
3 ways, like T-boys and something or other. And you're like,
Wait a
seems
minute.
oddly different.
And then he was like, backdoor Sandlot, whatever it was, or whatever.
It was like kids want
Something.
You should look that
That's
up.
good.
You should look up 2 Kids, 1 Sandbox. It's a love story.
It's a love story.
Yeah.
I could probably do it without looking that up.
What else? Oh, the VA. So Republicans are talking about that the VA is giving vet and they're arguing back and forth, the government.
What?
Let's see.
You just chopped up a bunch.
Oh, I did.
Mhm.
Yeah, say that again.
Did you hear that Republicans VA is distributing money is supposed to go to veterans to migrants? Yeah, no,
Republicans? VA.
migrants.
Migrants.
money.
Money.
Migrants money. The VA
Stephen
is
Hawking.
giving money to migrants, allegedly.
Because of gays and
Yes.
Republicans.
Yes,
Gay
because of that.
migration.
Let's see. The Pentagon fell short in tracking $1 billion in Ukraine aid. The IG finds, that's the Inspector General. Yep. A Pentagon
Yep.
Inspector General report found that the Defense Department has not complied with enhanced tracking requirements for $1 billion in Ukraine aid. Nice.
It went to the big guy.
Iran,
Who'd have thought that happened?
Iran's Navy seizes oil tanker in Gulf of Oman. I mean, that's a common occurrence, right?
That's because the Houthis. Damn Houthis.
There was another thing where the VA can now change disability ratings for people who are still in. So I didn't understand that.
Wait, what? Still in?
I guess there's people who are active that are somehow getting disability pay. I didn't understand that.
I don't think you can.
I don't. That's
That's why I guess they passed that bill. I don't know. I can find it and read it.
What else? Oh, there's a 3rd Top Gun movie in the works.
What?
That's awesome. Yeah, there's a 3rd one. And 3.
I
Paramount
liked
recently
the
announced
second one. The second one was pretty good. Enjoyable.
one of the
second one was
only
great.
movies. So my son went with us and he's younger. That's one of the only movies where he actually sat still and watched the airplanes. Yeah.
It's in his blood.
I mean, the movie was great until they basically said that you can eject from an airplane going Mach 10
Yeah.
and not get incinerated.
Allegedly.
Chinese arm meals
Chinese
using
arm.
missile fuel.
Arm meals?
Arm meals.
Okay.
Oh.
This says would allow the department to suspend or pause disability compensation for Defense Department service members also receiving active service pay.
What?
The rule is designed to help prevent potential overpayments and ineligible beneficiaries that the VA then has to try and recover from the recipient.
Sounds like they fucked up and they're paying people when they're not supposed to be, and now they're just gonna
Yeah.
Yep.
not.
Sounds like they're double backtracking.
I want to know who's got the balls to apply for disability when you're still active duty.
It's a new age. You can't question them.
Well, no, if you're going through a med board, the Pebble automatically puts your stuff through the VA,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and then the VA gets you a rating, and then you decide if you want to do the military retirement or take separation or your VA, whatever, right?
Well, it depends on the percentage that they
Ooh.
rate you at, whether they'll retire
Yeah.
you or separate you.
So,
But yeah, you don't get
Active
any of that
duty.
money till you get out. That's the thing.
dudes, so 13 January, which is today, right? 13 January 1942.
What were you guys doing back then?
Someone from Saab became the first person to escape from a stricken aircraft with an ejection seat. I mean, they were independently developed during World War II, but didn't actually be used until
The sob.
13. Pretty cool, huh?
Red, check your phone.
It's Scummy's dick pics.
Mhm. Wow, they're hot.
Takes up the whole screen.
Now I got
Yeah,
to
okay.
look.
Yeah, I gotta get ready to go to work, you guys. So, do we have any VA programs anybody wants to talk about there?
I don't know, David, have you heard any from like the aviation side, like the commercial side, like stuff for veterans or?
Yeah, so JetBlue has a program called Vets in Blue.
Hmm.
So they give veterans, and it's vetsinblue.com, I believe. I'll look up the website here. Yeah, JetBlue is really good about that. Hiring all kinds of folks from.
I know Delta and a bunch of them too have been stepping up their veteran stuff as well, because a lot of the
I'll be right back.
workforce now in like the commercial line, they're all retiring or getting old. They're trying to get new people in just for the mechanic standpoint.
JetBlue.com/military.
Well, it's been a pleasure, Mayor. Always have you on whenever you decide to actually talk to us. David, it's always David. It's been a pleasure. Good meeting you.
Yeah,
Sorry
nice
you had
to meet you guys.
Sorry you had to grow up with Mayor, and that's very unfortunate.
We had a good time.
Yes, we did.
Still do.
Well, Mikey,
Yeah, thanks.
always a
for
pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
That's so delayed.
Yeah,
Blackbeard,
yeah. It was,
always a pleasure.
You know it. You can check us out on the Buzzsprout, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Google, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, X, YouTube, Discord,
That's how we close it out now.
and subscribe to our Patreon.
Keys to the Jet
/
podcast.
Keys to the Jet. That's
Oh,
KEYSTOTHEJET. COM.
that's nice.
$5 bucks.
That's real nice.
It's really nice.
Some new toys.
Whoa. Nobody wants to see your anal plugs.
I bet that's nice too.
What are you doing?
You got something.
What was that?
Oh, Mayor,
Hold on.
did you ever find out who sent you that penis pump?
Oh, he's over here to my right.
Ah, that was a good one.
Hell yeah.
I'll have you know that when he went to get that, the delivery guy waited to personally hand that to him.
And that was my hope. That was my hope. I texted that exactly to Brian. I said, please tell me the mailman had to hand it to you. And he showed me a picture from his Ring camera. The guy sitting there holding it. Here, is this yours, sir?
U.S. Postal Service. handle with care.
Oh
Red's
yeah!
opening his giant penis pump.
Look, I got a boom arm.
You got the boom.
Nice.
That's a big boom.
Oh, and a new mic. I didn't even get to test it out.
Nice.
Wait, that it doesn't fit the one that we have. Oh, he's not in his headset.
Nope.
He can't
I
hear
got
him.
another plug for you guys. If you're looking for a volunteer organization to hang out with a bunch of guys and gals around airplanes, Commemorative Air Force has units all over the place. And we started one here in Marysville. We've got a 1943 PT-26, and it's been a lot of fun getting to know the people and working on the airplane and getting to fly it. So check that out because you can go on all kinds of airplane rides.
Awesome.
That's pretty neat. Yeah, the Commander Air Force usually does all the air shows with like the B-17s, B-25s. They do a lot of that stuff.
Yep. That's a good group of people.
What's the other one you fly, Dave, for that?
So there's the Champaign Aviation Museum is right near here, Urbana, Ohio, and they're building a B-17, and we have a flying B-25.
No shit.
That's cool. That's
Yep.
pretty cool.
What's the B-17 called? Is it a project right now? Like, are they?
It is, yeah. So it's parts of like 3 or 4 different B-17s, and then they're actually building new wings for it.
Oh shit.
It's crazy. Yeah, go on Champaign Aviation Museum.org, I believe. Yeah.
The one I always like following is Fantasy of Flight down in
Florida, right?
He calls it Orlampa, halfway between Orlando and
Tampa.
Tampa.
Yeah, that guy, he's got everything.
Oh yeah.
Kermit
Weeks. Yeah. I want to go down there one day and just tour his hangar because he's got so much shit. They're building a BF-109G like from scratch. It's all original parts.
Wow.
So they're having to like build it from the ground up. Man, that guy's. I wish I had that stupid money.
I said it
Yeah,
before,
right.
but the dude from the director from Lord of the Rings, he has a bunch of World War I planes that he builds from the ground up. He has like the largest fleet of World War prop jobs.
Oh,
No
wow.
shit.
That's cool.
Like
Yeah.
like tri-wings and all that stuff.
Yeah, he's got tri-wings, bi-wings, fucking all kinds of shit. The single wing like Fokkers and shit.
Have you ever been to an air show where they fly some of those like Sopwith camels or those tri-wings? Like they gotta the prop start it and then you're watching it fly and you're like, that doesn't sound healthy at all. It's like burp, 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 burp. I couldn't imagine like doing that in like World War One. Like, oh, let's go get him.
All right, you guys. Hey, I gotta jump off.
Nice meeting you guys.
Close it out for me. You guys can stay on if you want.
We already did.
I gotta jump
Yeah,
off.
we already did.
We already
Oh.
did when you were fucking off.
That's good to know.
All right, everyone leave except me and Red.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Later, guys.
See ya.
See you guys.